What's up, bitches? This is Tony with our Week 15 Fantasy Football Preview Show. It's currently 10:55, a little late in the night, but wanted to get this video done. Currently drinking a wonderful Angry Orchard beer, getting my plug in for the night. It's a delicious beer, nice crisp taste. It's good stuff. On with the show. We'll be talking about matchups from last week. And then we'll take a look into the playoffs, which start this week. And following with what Mr. Flint did in the ESPN League, I also did come up with some trophy ideas for the Shiva and Musako. As far as matchups from last week, Week 14, the Fear Boner, myself, edged out a win against Mullet Mafia, 133.36 to 121.96. It was a lot tougher matchup than I thought it was going to be, and ended up coming down to Monday night, and I was scared for a while there. I thought I was going to lose, but ended up coming out on the winning end of that. The next matchup, we had the Vijayjays versus Community Property. This was another close matchup. The Vijayjays won 158.30 to 149.82. The next matchup, we had Shiva's Ring. I'm tired of saying that. Just Ring. Versus Chalupa Batman. Ring came out on the winning end, 211.48 to 126.44. Quite a whooping Ring put on Flint there. That loss by Mr. Flint definitely helped Nate there. The last matchup, we had Rafi's the Bomb versus Team Smith. Team Smith won that matchup 141.94 to 127.86. Looking at the biggest blowout from last week was, like I said before, Ringo versus Chalupa Batman Michael Flint, 211.48 to 126.44. There's a margin of victory of 85.04 points. Gentlemen, that's what you call a good old-fashioned ass whooping right there. Looking ahead to this next week, the playoffs start here, Week 15. And we've got some pretty good matchups going on. It looks like for the playoffs, the Vijayjays did end up getting the number 1 seed for the playoffs. The Fear Boner, myself, got the number 2 seed for the playoffs. The 3 seed goes to Shiva Community Somakalan, Mr. Dustin Ring. And the 4th seed goes to Community Property, Mr. Nathan Malm. When we look at the consolation bracket, ending that out, looks like we've got Chalupa Batman with the 5 seed, Team Smith with the 6 seed, Rafi's the Bomb with the 7 seed, and Mullet Mafia, Pat Martini with the 8 seed. When we look at matchups for the first round of the playoffs, it looks like the Fear Boner, myself, the 2 seed, will be going up against Dustin Ring, the 3 seed. Looks like a pretty good matchup for me this week. 2 versus seed, it should be a pretty good game. Looking at our previous matchups from earlier this year, it looks like in week 3 early on, I ended up losing that matchup 134.50 to 158.06. And we met again in week 9, and I came out on the winning end 152.16 to 133.88. So I came out good on that end. The next matchup has the number 1 seed, the Vijayjays, versus the number 4 seed, Community Property. Looking back on those matchups, Week 14, this last week, the Vijayjays came out on the winning end, 158.30 to 149.82. And then earlier on in the year, Community Property won 174.68 to 119.34. So they split their matchups on the season. So even though Nate's the 4th seed in this, it's a good matchup, and he could presumably win. So the next matchup we have for this week is Rafi's the Bomb. And this is in the consolation bracket. Rafi's the Bomb is the number 7 seed versus Team Smith, who's the number 6 seed. Earlier in the season, looking at their matchups, it looks like the first matchup was won by Team Smith, 141.94 to 127.86. The matchup that occurred later in the season here, Team Smith also won 114.56 to 90.48. Rounding up our matchups for the week, it looks like we have Chalupa Batman versus Mullet Mafia. Looking at their previous matchups, looks like Mullet Mafia won both of these, the first one being 203.66 to 140.84, which is a good margin of victory. And the matchup that occurred later in the season here, Mullet Mafia won that 150.92 to 129.08. So it looks like Pat came out on top on both of those. So that could be a very intriguing matchup, even though Chalupa Batman's the higher seed. So looking at the matchups for this week, looks like there's going to be some pretty good ones. So we will now talk about a little segment that I like to call, for my team or whatever, first official call out of the year. And I'm calling out Drew Brees to pull the cock out of his ass because he's been doing all right, but he can put up better numbers, and that's what I expect of him as a fantasy owner. So Drew Brees, buddy, calling you out. That guy right there, he's got to have a good week. I mean, sometimes whenever I see him play like that, I kind of feel like this right here. That's scary shit, isn't it? So, moving on from that, looks like comes to the end of the show. I'm going to show you guys the trophies that I made. I tried giving a look at woodworking. I don't do woodworking, so the good thing is didn't lose any digits doing this. The quality is not great, but I want to remind you guys I'm not quite done with this. I'm going to class it up a little bit, put a nice layer of stain on these, to make them look good. I'll start with the Sacco trophy right here. This one's nice here, and I had a nice little addition to it. I added the Sacco at the top, carved "I suck" in it. Kind of took that from Flint, but it's a good addition, I think. And right here at the bottom, we've got past Sacco winners. Last year was Mr. Nathan Malm. And I found this picture on the internet and figured out it would be fitting for this type of trophy. Nice little squirrel with his balls hanging down there. It's a great picture, and yeah. This one definitely can be won by Chalupa Batman, Mullet Mafia, Team Smith, or Rafi's the Bomb. One of you fuckers is getting this. Yes. Now onto the Shiva. This took me a little longer to build, but I have to admit, it's pretty sweet. Right here it is. Got a picture of Ruxin here and Shiva on there. Past Shiva winners right there. Last year, that's me, Tony Williams. And this little addition right here at the top, I have to thank my little brother Aaron for giving me this idea. And the cool thing about this guy is he does a little chop action right there. Yeah, I know. Real classy, isn't it? I love it. I love it. This thing is going to me at the end of the season. like to say the competition's open, but I plan on winning it, no doubt. Lastly, I've got a picture here. This is me. Real classy, drinking a beer, having fun at the bar. This is what I'm going to be doing, a little bit of this, a little bit of celebrating here at the end of the season. 2 weeks, that's going to be me out and about celebrating a Shiva win, Shiva Bowl all the way. So, with that, I'd like to thank everybody for watching my shows. Like I said, I'll have another show next week. I want to wish everybody luck and in the playoffs, and may the best person win.